All right, everybody, it's time to lay down for bed and listen to a story. It's time for the night chicken, and you don't want to miss that now, do you? I didn't think so. Now, if everybody is ready, let's begin. Hush, little dreamers, and pull your covers close, for tonight we speak of a cold and misty October night where the veil between the safe farm and the wild woods felt thin as spider silk. A heavy fog had rolled in, dampening the earth and muffling the sounds of the night, which is exactly how the villains like it. Shy, the brave night chicken, was patrolling the night end fence with her two chief lieutenants, Shorty the cat and Skinny the raccoon. The fence, a line of weathered, splintering posts, was the very edge of their safe world. Tonight, it felt less like a barrier and more like a warning bell, shivering in the cold air. "The air smells like trouble, Shy whispered, her black feathers absorbing the last sliver of moonlight, making her nearly invisible. Her bright green eyes were the only proof she was there. Shorty sniffed the wind. "Not just trouble, Shy. It smells like wet fox fur and something greasy. That Ziggy Coyote scent." They found the danger at Post 17, a spot where the old wood had rotted near the base. Larry the Fox and Rory Raccoon were working together, wedging sticks into the gap, trying to create a proper breach. But the real danger was a little further back. Ziggy Coyote, the trickster, was directing the operation from the safety of the tall grass, waiting for the gap to widen enough for a rush. "We hold the line," Shorty hissed, drawing himself up until his gray tabby fur seemed twice its size. He dashed along the base of the fence, scratching a loud warning signal on the wood. The alarm worked instantly. From the darkness of the pasture, a loud, angry HSSSS goose bass pierced the fog. It was Gale, the protective goose, leading Biscuit the donkey forward like a magnificent gray, four-legged battering ram. Gale began a frantic, flapping dance, distracting Larry and Rory with sheer volume and indignation. Skinny, meanwhile, was all action. Using his tiny claws, he began dragging thorny thistle stalks from the edge of the tall grass and stuffing them into the hole at Post 17. "Get this through your sneaky heads, SS," he yelled, though his voice was small. "The farm is closed tonight, SS." But Ziggy Coyote was too clever to be scared by a goose and a raccoon. He crept toward the main fence, aiming for a different, quieter section, planning to sneak around the commotion. He almost made it, melting into the velvet shadows, when he felt a strange, swift flicker near his paws. It was Shy. Moving with the ghost-like silence only a night chicken possesses, she had darted across the open ground. She didn't fight him, dear ones. That's not how the night chicken wins. Instead, she used her quick beak to pluck two large, dried, and incredibly brittle burdock leaves and place them perfectly on the misty ground right where Ziggy was about to step. The second Ziggy weight hit the leaves, the crunching sounded like a snapping branch in the deep quiet. Ziggy froze. The unexpected noise, so close and so loud in the fog, made him second-guess his safety. He knew that crunching sound meant the legendary night chicken was near. Panic flared in his cunning eyes, and he spun around, searching for the shadow he couldn't see. That 1 second of confusion was all the night guard needed. Biscuit, directed by a sharp cry from Shy, took a powerful, thunderous step forward, aiming his enormous hoof right where Ziggy had been a moment before. Though Ziggy leaped back just in time, the earth beneath his paws shuddered. Larry and Rory saw the massive hoof strike the ground, mist swirling up like smoke from the impact, and knew their chance was gone. With two sharp, disappointed yelps, Larry and Rory melted back into the shadows of the tall grass, followed quickly by the sulking coyote. The night-end fence had held. Shy stood for a moment, letting her small silver crescent pendant catch a tiny shard of light, a silent promise to the friends who guarded the night beside her. They had faced their fears at the edge of the known world and found the deepest courage in their loyalty. And as the damp, victorious silence settled over the farm, Shy slipped away to the garden shed, leaving Shorty and Skinny smiling, knowing that tonight, the night was safe. That's the end of tonight's story, and now comes my favorite part. Let's close our eyes, listen to some soft music, and dream about Shy's next adventure. And while she's out there defending the night, we can sleep easy, knowing she's there, keeping us safe. Sleep tight, everyone, and don't bite any bed bugs.